Welcome back to a quick daily update. So right now I have this chart of Nifty 50 and this is a daily chart as we had forecasted earlier of the fall being a three-way fall, which I have labeled as wave W and the counter trend bounce as wave X. And what we got after the counter trend bounce is uh, is wave Y. So in the same way, since we had subdivisions in wave W, we are having the same kinds of subdivisions in wave Y as well. So I can label this as wave A, this as wave B, and possibly a wave C in progression, wherein we are not very sure if the wave C has ended or not. All in all, the wave WXY makes it a double zigzag correction. So if I try to take a parallel channel over here and let's see, then today's price action is just at the bottom of the channel, giving us some support over those areas. Yeah. So and this is the same level where we get this trend line support zone, wherein I have got this low of 15,200, the wave X low, and the wave Y low. So this means that we need to be a little bit cautious on the short hand side, because after this wave Y correction, what we usually get is again a counter trend bounce. So for example, let's assume that this was W, this was X, and this was Y, and we are at this point right now. Then it's possible that the 3-day correction counter trend bounce which we got in X, we might get the same over here as well, wherein instead of this 3 days correction, the correction might extend in time. Say for example, it could be for 5 days or 10 days as well. 5 to 7 days is the ideal criteria I'm looking at. This was about Nifty. If I have a look at Bank Nifty, then Bank Nifty as well, I have to label this as a wave A or W, or we'll figure it out whether I need to label this as A or W or 1. But right now, for the sake of simplicity, I want this to be labeled as A or W, and the next move as B or X. A or W, yeah. So A or W, B or X, and the move which we got hereafter is could be labeled as C or Y. Yeah. So let us see if this wants to extend further on the downside. Well, what I'm doing is just I'm giving you a very short term commentary over the markets, but that doesn't mean that my view changes that we are not going on the downside. Well, the short term commentary just means that I am trying to segregate my positions in such a way, thereby the exaggerated movements in the market do not cost me a bigger MTM. So this is what the counts are looking to me in Bank Nifty. Also, there is this wonderful chart in Dow Jones. If I go to the Dow Jones hourly chart, then this is a very clean 5-wave decline, wherein I can label this as 1, 2, possible 3, 4, and 5. So when you get this kind of a clear 5-wave decline, what you anticipate is after the counter trend bounce is complete, you tend to get a move on the downside, which might be equivalent to the same move which we are seeing just right now. To make it simple, let's suppose that instead of marking this as 5-wave decline, I just supposedly mark this as wave A, and then if Dow Jones doesn't make a new high, let's mark this as wave B. Then it's possible that in wave C we might do the same length of downside which we did in wave A. So that takes the Dow Jones Industrial Average right towards 31,200 levels. That's roughly 1,700 points of decline, I guess. Yeah, that's correct. So this is what I'm looking at, and in a longer picture, my current hypothesis in the market is that we have done a 1 or 2 and we might just be heading lower towards doing a 1 2 3 4 5, and would eventually go below the 28,500 mark, making this sideways correction turn into a drastic bear run. Well, that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye bye.